Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spotlight session. I have a really special guest coming on the show today. His name is Precious. It's very unique, and he's got a story you need to hear. He's going to be sharing how he actually started real estate investing in 2020 and how in that 1 year time span, he's been able to close on 10 deals, which includes 38 doors. And he's going to be sharing how he came all the way out of the sales world, working with his partner in life, of course, Elizabeth, and how he's been able to close on these deals, get himself to his goals, and work his way to, of course, his financial independence, financial freedom goals. So you need to hear it, so let's get started.
Yeah.
In your 4 years, how old are you right now?
I am 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I did tell you I was 32 or something, and you were like, is he serious or is he just messing with me?
Yeah. I'm learning to read between the lines.
I'm not that bad, I promise. I'm not that bad.
Oh, I hear a lot of things. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but I'm happy you came out of here with even Liz, and you're able to have this chat with us and that, and I'm even curious to actually get to know you a bit more, even because I don't really know you and Liz and that. How did you guys even meet?
Liz and I met at a party. So she was dating someone else before, and we met at a party. We're all friends, whatnot, and I think they broke up. So after they broke up, he was like, hey, all sobby and stuff, and then I came into the picture and I was like, well, let me come take care of you. So I was supposed to be the rebound.
Okay.
I was the rebound, and I ended up being a super long rebound. So and this was 2016.
Wow. Oh, wow. So you guys have been together for quite a while.
Yeah, we've been together for a while. Yeah.
Wow. That's
a lot of ups and downs, mostly on my end. But yeah, we figured it out.
I think that's just relationships as a whole in that. And one question I asked someone is when's your anniversary? What was the day you meet? And I learned quickly that I always found that the other person would just look at each other like, oh, what do I say?
Yeah, don't ask me those questions because I don't know the dates. Liz knows the dates, the places, the names, everything. I'm like, where did we go last year for our anniversary? Babe, I don't even know where we went last year. I don't know. Forgot.
It's all good.
I know in one of them we went to the CN Tower. And it's just a great experience going up to the top.
But it's good though you guys make great partners then though, because one of you it seems more like on the focus schedules, like dates, planning, and not saying you're not doing that. Just
I don't do that stuff.
Okay.
I don't do any of that stuff. Planning, that's not me. I don't know how to plan. I suck at it. Liz does everything when it comes. When I need to book a meeting, I call her. Hey, do we have something on this day at this time? And then she just says, give me a second, check, we're good. Because so many times I have booked and overbooked because I forget to check the calendar. Because she's like, I'm syncing everything with your calendar. Just make sure you use the calendar. And I'm like, okay. And I still don't do it. I'm learning. I think I'm getting a little better at asking her. So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And what were you even doing before Trust Your Talent? What?
Oh man, I was doing so I graduated school, Centennial College. Go Centennial. And
sorry to hear that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, honestly, yeah. It's a lot of people don't like it. It was a great experience for me. I actually enjoyed going to school there. I was one of those students that focused on academics. And I know you're like, Precious, you're like a party guy and everything. Yeah, I did all that, but when I was in school, I never missed classes because it was more or less get good grades, right? And I did that. I got my honors and everything. So I graduated electronics, and I got a job as an electronics engineer. I started doing validation, and after a while, I think in year 2, they were like, Precious, you have a great personality. You do so much better in sales. And I was like, I don't know nothing about sales. Why are you trying to put me in sales, right? And they were like, we're going to coach you and you'll be fine and we'll teach you how to do it. And I was like, Sure, go
Give it
ahead.
a go.
So yeah, I got into sales at my company, so I was doing sales and solutions because I understood the electronics part of it. So how to design it, how to engineer it, how to put it together as a solution, right? And then I was sort of matching it up with the sales. So
Got it.
yeah, so that's what I started doing, and then Liz and I got into she's an insurance company, and we're doing that as well. So Liz quit her job. She got into full time, and then I was doing that and my electronics as well, sales at my company. Right?
Got it.
Before we got into TYT.
Got it. And why did you? Like, what was the reason that you decided to enroll with Trust Your Talent?
I am someone, I enjoy a challenge. I have always found real estate fascinating.
Okay.
But I never understood how to get into it. So, because they do this whole financial analysis where they talk to you about investment, they talk to you about insurance. Oh man, just pretty much planning, right? Just how to plan your financial structure or your financial life, that sort of thing. And every time they got to the part of real estate, my eyes just lit up. Because I thought about a concept. It was just a basic concept of real estate, right? And I was thinking about a concept of, you buy a house, you live in one unit, you rent out the other unit. That pays off your mortgage, and you get an equity where you can sell or refi later and pull out money. Why the hell have I never thought of this or known about this? Right? And that was just a basic concept, right? With the things we do, that's like,
yeah, because
right?
you're doing a lot right now. I'm gonna pick your brain about it because I know that you had a few deals and that are on the go even because you're hitting the ground running really quick.
Yeah, I need to slow down. I was getting a bit overwhelming, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot.
Why? Like, what's going on in your world?
So I mean, in real estate, we're doing a lot. We've mostly multi-units. We've been doing multi-units. We package deals together now. So I know a lot of people sort of take a look at a duplex and they're like, I want to do a duplex. And then I go, what if I took a duplex and I took a fourplex and I put it together? That's a sixplex. And that's So I was like, instead of sort of shying away from doing smaller units, because you always start from the small things and you build it up to the bigger ones, right?
Walk before you, or what is it? Crawl before you walk.
Exactly. So first deal we ever did was the triplex. Oh man.
Because you may as well just go straight to running. Like, yeah, crawl, triplex, let's do it.
Let's just go for it. The numbers look fine, I had a conversation with my mentor, Ryan. Ryan was like, Precious, it looks like a good deal. How did you find this? I'm like, I don't know. I just looked on the MLS and it was there. I did the numbers and it worked. It's like, well, pretty good find. And we went for it. Now, this was before St. John went crazy. So it was a lot easier to pick things off the MLS. Right now, nope.
Market's crazy right now. Because what market is it?
St. John in New Brunswick, the Maritimes. I guess it was undiscovered and now very discovered because a lot of the people. So right now we get a lot of off market deals. I don't remember the last time we're doing one deal that's on market, but almost everything that we've done in like 3-4 months has all been off market. Where I just get a call from either an insurance broker or my property manager. The sixplex that we're picking up probably next month. Just give me a call. He's like, Precious, I'm managing this property. I know the person who's selling it. This is going to be good for you. Go for it. I'm going to talk to them for you. I'm like, okay, sure. Like, I don't, before, I was going all out, making calls, trying to build the connections. But now I'm just there and then I just get a call. And it's like, I got a deal for you. Or I got a deal for you. It's a good feeling, actually.
So you have the system in place now because you have a team now that's essentially bringing you deals. You don't even have to look for the deals. They just come to you, and in the meantime, you just get to raise more capital, which I know you've been doing a lot of lately, which has been amazing.
Yeah. So when we started, I was the one doing pretty much everything. I was building the connections, looking for money, that sort of thing. And then because Liz is a little bit shy, she's much better now. What I was trying to do was push her a lot more to get to talking to people, because I am the jovial, exciting person.
No.
The thing is that when someone is giving money to you, they want someone who is calm, and I'm not the calm type. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Like, it comes naturally where I'm just like all over the place. So I told her, look, a lot of people with money are like people that are a certain age, and they want peace of mind. They just want calmness,
security,
that sort of thing. And you're able to bring out those emotions because she's able to touch those people. So I said, how about this? You be the financier of Billings. That's our company name. You be the one that finds us the money, works with the brokers to pretty much do everything with creative financing. And I do everything on the front end of actually finding deals and working on those stuff. So that is a synergy, or something that we have put in place, our structure, to be able to work together. Because it was the most difficult process, letting go of part of what I do. It's the most difficult thing, because in your mind, you know that I can do this. I know how to do this. If I have to pause and let her do something else, that's going to waste time, and I'm going to have to sit and wait. And it was so hard. I was like, okay, Precious, just trust her on it. Let her find the money. Let her do everything with the financing. And she's been fantastic.
Awesome, because I was curious about that, because I know when I speak with students all the time, I always love to ask, how is this interaction or how is this partnership helped even with the relationship? Because I know a lot of times, a lot of new students that come through, they're wondering like, oh, my partner may not be on board, or I'm not sure how it's going to work with us. So how is it working with the both of you?
Well, in the beginning, no, it wasn't the best, right? In the beginning, it was.
Why so?
Because of my personality, I am the type of person that likes to go for things, just get into things, get things going. Liz takes time to analyze, because she's an analytical. Okay. So he takes time to process things, to understand it before she does it. I am a do first, understand later.
Well, you make a great team that though.
Yes.
Opposites attract.
Yes. Okay. So that was the challenge, because in the beginning it was like, why are you not doing this? This is so easy. Come on, what's it? And it wasn't great, because it was more like you're pushing her, right? Where it has to be at a place of understanding, right? So it took a long time. I am much better. I wouldn't say I'm all good now. I'm much better, because once again, I understand everything that we've sort of the structure we've put in place, and then I just sit back and trust her that she's gonna get it done.
Yeah, right? And that is good, because I find that, like, even me, I lean more on your side of things, where let's get things done, let's move. Yeah. And the analytical side, where running numbers, you can do it for sure, but sometimes it takes, like, I know for me, I prefer just hitting the ground running, and I do the numbers, of course, but finding someone, that is able to take that step back and say, hold on, let's look at this from another angle first and move forward from there. So it's working smarter, not harder. Yes. Which I love between the two of you as well. Because
we've come far in a year.
Yeah, because when did you start actually investing with in real estate?
Yeah, we started April end, so April 28th, 2020.
Wow, so very recent.
Yeah, very recent. Yeah, it's interesting when we meet someone we just met someone, a stranger, and we're having a chat about real estate, and then with the way we talk, it's like, oh, you guys have been doing so much. 38 units, that's amazing. When did you get started? We just started last year.
38 units in one year.
Yeah.
38 units.
I put pressure on my contact in St. John. I said, you guys, I need 100 units. Get me 100 units. Like, I called them and I was like, I need 100 units. We're doing this. They're like, okay, let's do it, Precious. it's a challenge. We're all gonna do it. So that's why all the time they're calling me like, hey, I think I've got something for you, or I think I've got something for you. The best deal we picked up so far, that was last month. It was a duplex and a fourplex, fully turnkey. The guy sold it as 48,000 per unit in this crazy market. I was wondering, why the heck are you doing this? But I was like, yeah, sure, contracts. I was like, wow, because right now you can't pick up anything below 70,000
per unit.
Per unit, yes. It was crazy.
It's $20,000 in the buy per unit.
Yes.
So it's unbelievable, and it is crazy because a lot of times I have students that come up to me like, Kyle, why on earth would someone sell a house for under the market value? Like, I think the largest one I have right now was 60,000 under the market value, and I remember students asking me like, why is that, Kyle? And it happens every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day there's an opportunity where someone is going through some sort of trouble. Yes, so being able to help them, because well, that's what you're there for, is to be able to assist, because they wouldn't accept the deal if it wasn't a win-win.
Yes,
essentially.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. After the inspection and appraisal, numbers came out great. I just had a conversation with him and said, you know what, numbers are great. It doesn't even make sense for me to come to you and say, hey, let's turn it down a little. But I was like, but I would like a little bit of a discount. He's like, sure, tell me what you want, Precious. And I took $5,000 off. I didn't want to disrespect him, because I knew that there's already a lot of money to buy. So I was like, let's just do $5,000. So that I can tell people that I didn't just go firm without getting an extra discount.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
I got another $5,000 off. Yeah, that's pretty good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I got to ask this too, because you just mentioned you had, the number. There was 30 some units. I missed the number.
38
units.
Yes.
Now, of those 38 units, how much of your own money have you actually invested into those units?
Well, if we account for me opening my corp, education,
on the actual property of like.
Yeah, it's it all has been with investors, so it has
all of it. Like, you've invested none of your own money.
Yeah.
So in a year, you essentially bought 38 units, cash flowing units, and you've spent $0 on them. Amazing. And question I have also for you, that's amazing, man. That's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
And what province do you live in, actually? Because you said most of these units are in New Brunswick there. Yeah. So where is it that you live?
Well, if we're getting into that,
exact address.
Exact. 688-592. No. So Toronto has been my city for the past. We're in 2021. I came to Canada in 2015. So 6 years.
Okay.
Yes. 6 years I've been in Toronto, haven't left Toronto or stayed in any other province. However, we just decided to try out moving to a different place, because once again, doing this has offered us the opportunity to have more time. So we just went to Montreal. Yeah.
Just move Montreal.
Why not? I told Liz, I said, we'll just go there for 6 months. If you don't like it, we'll go somewhere else. Maybe Vancouver, maybe Edmonton. But we can't be in Toronto forever. She's like, but Toronto is home. I'm like, home is where you make it.
That's perfect. Alberta, yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know.
I want to. Banff is Alberta, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is going to Banff.
It's gorgeous.
Everyone. I want to be there. Yeah. I'm going back home in December, so when I come back, 2022 is going to be a lot of going places.
Yeah, I'm getting, and even now that you have that flexibility too, because if you don't mind my asking, that like with all this happening, are you like, because you were mentioned that you were doing the sales job and that on the side, are you still doing that, or is real estate?
That is a very interesting story. Okay. So when I started doing real estate, my company wanted me to spend more time doing sales. Mm-hmm. I sat down with them and I said, look, here's the deal. I'm doing something that's actually going to benefit my future. right? Me working in a company, I love my colleagues. I love working with all of you guys, but I gotta think about my future first. So I need some hours to myself or some days, right? So I can't be in the office every single day. This was a conversation between me and my boss. And before I even finished talking, he said, no, out of the question. That can't happen. No, Precious, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, then I quit. Literally, this was the conversation. Like, then I quit. I can't be here anymore. And and he said, well, you gotta do your 2 weeks, right? Like, no problem. I'll do my 2 weeks and I'll do it from home. So I left. And what happened was a week later, I got a call from the company's president. And he said, Precious, I know that conversation with CEO didn't go the best, but I really want to have a conversation with you. I want to sit with you and talk to you. So I said, sure, no problem. Let's do it. So we met up. I believe a few of my colleagues, I've always been a great person, haven't caused any issues, that sort of thing. So I have great rapport with everyone. So yeah, people put in a good word, and the president just said, look, let's have a conversation. I want to know exactly what you want, and we can work with that. So I told him what I would want to do is be an independent contractor.
Okay.
So I am an independent contractor with the company. They offered me a position of director of sales. I refused it. I said that is too much time and effort that I have to put into this. So I refused that position, and they gave it to someone else. 2 months later, which is 3 weeks ago, they fired the current director of sales. So that position was vacant. And they asked me again, and I took it.
Okay.
So now I'm director of sales for the company, and I still tell them I do my own hours. I don't care. Because I know for sure, no matter what position you offer me, it's still not going to be beneficial to my future. Right? I want something that belongs to me and my generation. Right? I can pass down. I can pass down director of sales to my kids. No. Hey, so
got you a job. It's gonna be fantastic.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's good though, because a lot of times I have so many students that come up to me and say like, Kyle, I love my job, or I love what I do. I don't want to give this up. So why would I want to work in real estate so I can quit? And then we always teach though, it's not about quitting your job. It's just that freedom that it gives to be able to say, you know what? I don't have to do this. I get to do this. Yeah.
The freedom is so amazing that I just sit and wait for them to call me and say, Precious, we're gonna fire you, and I'll be like, yes. Yes. Honestly, it's amazing. It's a great feeling to know that you have options. That you're not scared all the time to get a call that's gonna be like you're fired. It's just, or laid off because the company's not doing so great. We gotta let you go. It's a fear that a lot of people have, although they believe that they have the security, but that's not true, right? But at this moment in time, I do whatever I want. I call them and tell them that I don't even tell them I'm taking a day off today. I just put it in my automatic reply. So if someone wants to message me, I'm not in today. They don't know about it. It's fine. As far as I bring in the numbers, right? The sales. So
it's about results.
Yeah, it's all about results. Oh. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I don't love working at my company. What I will say though is I love doing real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like your big passion behind it.
I'm so passionate about it nowadays. It's crazy. It's just so cool. Like I said, my eyes just light up every time I think about real estate. It's so cool.
It is so fun. It's big games. It's a lot of fun that way. I'm curious, what's been like one of your biggest takeaways in your real estate journey so far?
I think real estate taught me a lot. It didn't just teach me about doing the technical side of it, where you're buying a property, doing the numbers, that sort of thing. I think real estate taught me a lot about understanding how money works understanding how to leverage money, because that is huge, and I've not even scratched the surface of what is possible, right? It's just recently I sat and I was sitting and I was thinking, if I did private lending for some of these deals that I've done already, I could have pulled out everything. I could have made a lot of money. Like, it gets more advanced the more you do it. The more you're doing it, the more advanced it gets, and the more you learn, right? And every single time there's just new things that are coming up, right? I think the learning aspect doesn't stop ever.
No, it never does.
No.
No, well, it's nonstop. You always got to be pushing yourself to the next level, because it's a game. Again, you always want that challenge. And I know you said at the beginning you're into challenges. So what is it for you though? Like 5 years down the road, like walk me through Precious life.
Oh man, 5 years from now?
Yeah, 1,000 words or more though.
Oh. I'll say 5 years from now, if we were to put financially, right? Want to be able to have about more than 10K a month and helping people or bringing people here, because I have family and it is the most difficult and painful thing knowing that we have opportunities here that they do not have. So one of the things that I'm inspired about and want to do is teach people how to do real estate as well.
Okay.
It is, I don't know if everyone gets as passionate about it as I do, but I want to make them passionate about it. So one of the major things that I want to do, and it's part of my plan. If you're in a position where you're struggling and you're trying to, they say you have to come out of the water first, and not when you're drowning, you have to help yourself first. Even on a flight, when they say if it's coming down, put on your mask first before you can help another person. It's the same thing. Liz and I are focused on getting to a position financially, and then the next step is for us to be able to actually help other people and push them out of the positions they're in, because the same that was offered to us, right? Every single person that has supported us in our journey, they were all also starting their journey as well. I think about Vince, I think about Chewy. These guys have been amazing, right?
The trainers.
Yes,
trainers at TYT.
Yes. They have been fantastic. I fight with Vince all the time. He's a brother now, but it started out as them seeing the possibility of what we can do and them believing in us and introducing us to TYT. We want to be able to offer the same thing to others, right? Oh. So that 5 years from now, gonna be the next Tim. The black Tim. Yeah, cut right now. Okay.
No, that's amazing though. You get that dream wanting to give back to others, and you're so right though. Like, because I know one of the criteria even at Trust Your Talent is, in order to be the instructor, a mentor, coach, trainer, anything, you actually have to be in the trenches. You have to be doing it daily. You have to be closing on real estate properties and getting investments done in order to be able to actually teach others. Because it forces the team, including myself, to stay in the loop of this is exactly what's happening and what you can do to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love though that you're wanting to set that foundation, that legacy, to help lift other people up.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's amazing, man.
Yeah, there's like I said, there's some surprises in there in that 5-year plan, but one of them is helping others get to a great position.
You're wanting to bring people up, a rising tide lifts all boats. So do you have any advice for anyone, that might be on the edge? They're debating, they want to get into real estate. They might be a little nervous getting into it. Do you have any advice for them?
All I would say is it is simple, not easy, and you got to trust the process. 100% trust the process. Whatever we learned, right, last 3 weeks ago, And I'm gonna name some investors. Hopefully, I can do that.
Yeah, it depends on how the context of it.
So there's an opportunity there's a deal that we completed in St. John, and it was so stressful because I wasn't sure how much I was gonna get appraised for, right? And you would probably relate to this when you're waiting to get an appraisal after you've put on all the work, all the money to be able to refi or even be able to sell it. It is very stressful because you're like,
it rides on this.
Someone tells you that, well, my appraisal came in lower, and you're like, oh no, is mine gonna come in lower? So it was very stressful. But then 2 weeks ago, I get a screenshot and a text. Precious, see what amount just came in my bank account. This is how much we got appraised for, and I'm like, that is exactly what we're looking for. That means there's no money left in the deal. That is fantastic.
So you took all the initial money, like you bought the house, renovated it, and then you got all your renovation money, down payment, everything back. So now you have
back.
All your money back. You can go buy another one.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And we're already doing private lending for me, so that's but it was, once again, trusting the process, because it was the first time we were doing a refi, right? So it was like, well, what's gonna happen, right? You do a projection, and it's different when it's actually happening, right? So all I gotta say, trust the process. If you follow the right path, as we've been taught and mentored, most important thing, you're mentoring, you gotta follow what they're telling you, because once you do that, then you're definitely going to be, it said success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So
very well said.
Trust the process, trust the mentors, trust TYT. Right.
No, well, I appreciate you sitting down with me here today and being able to share even your story. I know it's helping others in their journey as well. So really appreciate you coming here today, my man. And
thank you for having me. I am excited to have some drinks tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. And you got to celebrate, because you got so many wins this year, and to reflect on all the progress you've made. You have to.
Yeah. I always show appreciation. Sometimes I'm like, Vince, I hate you, man, but thank you so much for introducing me. I always show appreciation for the people that trusted us on the first deal. The people that has always pushed us, always supported our journey. There's a lot of people. I don't know if I can mention names. I really want to give them a shout out, but there's a lot of people that
you can give a shout out if it's like, you know what, I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
If she's watching, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, it's fantastic. So for the people that have helped my journey, getting me started, Vince and Chewy, I really appreciate you guys. Still love you. We've got Clement and Ryan. Ryan was a student as well, but he said, Precious, I think this looks good. Let's go for it. These two gentlemen have been great. Clement always gives me a hard time. I still love him though. I've got people like Michelle who is always checking in and saying, how are they up to, Precious? What's going on? That sort of thing. Is like, genuinely care about what you're working on, right? I think these are the people that have always been there and has helped us keep pushing and keep going. It's one of the reasons why we keep doing this, right? Because at some point it's like, I'm exhausted and burnt out, right? And then Liz just comes and pats me in the back. You good? So, yeah, Liz, thank you.
Because I was noticing everyone that you were saying, like, that's a trainer, that's TYT students, so that's everyone in the community. And
community.
Having that community around you seems to be helping you out at least
to
the next level.
Absolutely. The community has been great. And what I always do to offer what I can back is to share that knowledge back. Everything all the struggles that I have been through since I started, I'm like, okay, so I will just tell you from what happened to me. You can do it however you want, but I know if you do it this way, this might be something that you're going to face, right? I think sharing that knowledge or the information of how it went for you is something that can help others, sort of skip on those landmines as well. So that's something that I'm always messaging people like, hey, all right, so do you need help? You need help? No, I'm good, Precious. You sure? Okay, no problem. It's
just lifting everyone up, everyone working together. I love that.
The mentors have been great. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Hey, we're here to help, man. And again, man, I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, my man. We'll have you back on as well, because I'm going to check in on you, see what happens in the next little bit here.
Alrighty.
How the deals go. But I hope you have a wonderful day, my man.
Thank you.
That wraps up the Spotlight session today with Precious. If you did like the video and love Precious's energy, click that like button at the bottom. Also, press that notification bell so that you stay up to date on all our brand new content. And of course, at the end of the day, smash the subscribe button to become part of the community. I'm your host, Kyle Body, and thank you so much for joining us today. And Trust Your Talent's mission is to create financial independence, one person at a time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.